Shalom Naama, how are you? מה נשמע?
Hi Amir, it's good to hear from you. Long time, no see.
Right, but I have a chance to see your home and to see your baby, so it's a treat. Thank you for hosting at the Greater Metro West Federation. We are doing a small interview. We call it something small and good. And we are talking with our partners about some good things that are happening in this entire balagan. So thank you for joining us. Please tell us just in few words about the Reut Institute and yourself.
So the Reut Institute is some sort of an Israeli think tank. But the great difference between us and the think tanks in the US is that when we find problems that are interesting for us, we're actually trying to tackle it in different kind of tools, in policy tools, but also in civil society work.
Something like a year ago, you created the Jewish Peoplehood Coalition, unrelated to the current crisis, just because you identified it as a challenge of the Jewish people, correct?
Exactly. Since our understanding of what's usually referred as the growing gap between Israel and world Jewry, we understood it as an internal problem in Israel. We, the Israeli side of the relationship, we don't ask ourselves what does it mean for us being the homeland of the Jewish people. And a lot of the problem starts there. Since this is a huge mindset transformation within Israel, we understood we can't do it by ourselves. And we started working with friends, colleagues, and partners together to see what can be done in order to enhance Jewish peoplehood within Israel. And that is the Peoplehood Coalition that you are a proud member of.
Right. So there are about 250 members. All of them are activists and amazing people, amazing content that we have in this group. And now with the coronavirus crisis, suddenly this coalition became a major tool in connecting between Jewish communities, correct?
It's true. It wasn't planned for, but it appears to be that we're connected to almost every Jewish community on earth through the members of the coalition. And people are making phone calls, getting requests for just to know what's going on in the communities and also for help. We have several aiding projects going on through the coalition platform. And we constantly ask ourselves, what is our role? Also, the corona crisis is not one crisis. You have several different areas that experience disruption. And we need to think what is the opportunity in each and every arena.
Right. So what are some of the opportunities that you identified? And I was proud to take part in this thinking, but it is interesting to see what you came up with.
I think two main insights that we have is first that the Jewish education has stopped because everything is on hold. So no frontal and no education, no mifgashim, no encounters. But in this vacuum, we see a lot of opportunities to create 21st century Jewish education and also Jewish peoplehood education within Israel, because those are the two sides of the same coin, right? Because it's a relationship. And we don't have our strongest instrument, so we have to be creative, right? So time and geographical distances are less important. Physical mifgashim encounters are impossible. We have to create new ways for Jewish education in those restraints. And if we can crack this, we'll have a world of much more inclusive Jewish education that can be accessible for communities that today, because of geographical, economic, elitism restraints, they don't have the same access. So once we're figuring it out for the crisis, everything that will be useful here can be useful for the future Jewish education in the day after. A second insight.
Go ahead.
The second insight that I think can be important is the comeback of communities. Since in this crisis, you see how important a community really is. And some of the one ingredient that was grinding down Jewish continuity for communities was the globalization and its effect on the individual identity. So if communities are doing a comeback, the Jewish communities can even to a larger extent to be relevant to its members, to its young millennial members. And we can see in the medium and long term a potential for increasing membership, more engaged members of communities, more resilient.
Do you see a new role for the state of Israel or for the Israeli community in connecting with diaspora Jewish communities now?
Absolutely. So first is the awareness, right? Because we need to understand that what's happening now within Jewish communities is relevant to us since we're the homeland of the Jewish people. This is something we've been working really hard on. We have partners in all the important institutions and governmental entities, but it's still a mindset shift. You have to have it on your radar in Israel. And then everything you do has to be in a full dialogue with the communities, because Israel, in other examples, gave aid, but it was one-sided. It was given. Now we have to use this opportunity for having this arvut hadadit, the mutual responsibility. I'm sure that Israel can help many communities, but Israel at the same time gets help now from communities, and this is something we have to understand. This is the reality we have to embrace and promote further.
All right. So I think we have an appetizer of what is going to come up from this coalition for the day after. Thank you so much. Good to see you, and hopefully we will come back and develop all these concepts once we are in a better place. So thank you, Naama.
Thank you. Stay healthy. תודה רבה.
ביי.
משהו קטן וטוב, ונדמה שזה טוב.